Hey everybody, I am back today for Maggie Holmes Monday. And before I forget, Crystal at Pineapple Papers also has a video today and it will be linked in the description box. Okay, so for today's layout, let's talk about what I'm using, what I'm gonna do. As many of you know, really many of you know, I am a huge fan of Shamel. I absolutely catch her lives as often as I can. She is fabulous. She's a very good, scrappy friend, and I adore her. So her live, not today's Monday, so not this Monday, but the Monday before. She did all these 6 sketches using big, huge stickers. Okay, so my plan for today is to use this big, huge sticker. And this sticker is a Maggie Holmes sticker. So I started my layout process, what I was going to do with the big, huge sticker. And we are going to use this sketch, right? This one is the sketch from, I posted all these on my Instagram, and I chose this one to use. From, everyone was like, use this one, use that one. I will eventually use them all, I promise. Today, we're gonna use this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to work on my layout. I started with this big honkin' sticker. I have a background paper. For my extra patterns, I have Maggie Holmes Sweet Story 6x8, and then I kind of went, okay, well, I've got all these. This is a lemon, so let's go in with the fruit. So I pulled all of the little fruit die cuts that I had in my Maggie Holmes collection, and we're just going to use these like we use flowers. Like, I'm not even worried about them. I've got this package of puffy stickers from Live and Let Grow. So this is an older set of puffy stickers from Jen Hadfield. 2021, so a couple years old, and I've only used 3, so I'm going to use up the rest of these as my confetti. So that's where I got my colors from. Then I went through all my die cuts and I grabbed all the things I thought maybe I could put on this layout for layers and tuck pieces and those kinds of things. And then I have this gold all smiles, which I thought would make a cute title possibly. And then I have couple other things here that I thought, well, maybe I could use them. I would really, really, really love to use these 2 stickers as well. I know that technically they're not very big. They're not big honkin' stickers, but in my world, they're a little bit hard to use anyway, just because they're like tissue paper stickers. So that's what we're going to use. I really, really want to use these 2 and this one for the stickers. Then I still have these. I've had these forever, and I can't imagine I'm ever going to run out, but might use some of those. And then for some journaling, I'm probably not going to use both of these, maybe one of them. Maybe I'll fussy cut the top of this one off and use it to tuck in somewhere. I'm not sure. We'll see. But that's my plan for this layout. So we have lots of bright, fun colors. I'm going to follow the sketch exactly the way it is. I'm not going to mess with it at all because that's just going to make an easy layout. I have my 2 photos. This one I love, and then this one I love too, but it's so that's me and my niece, and we're up in the paratrooper. My sister took this photo, and the bride was moving, so really it was pretty good shot she got there, and I definitely want to use it, but I thought it would work best as the second small photo on this because by itself, even if I printed it larger, it's like an action shot. It's not the best photo, but it's so cute. And we are actually like in focus. We're not like, woo, in movement. So that's kind of my plan for this layout. And I chose a wood grain background just so that I could put all of these bright colors on top of it and it would still look good and it wouldn't look too busy. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's get this layout started. First of all, I absolutely love that I picked this pattern paper for my background. It is the perfect, like, kind of neutral, soft background that this layout ended up needing. So I'm going to start with this 6x8 paper pad, and I'm going to pull all of the scraps that I have left over from other projects, and I'm going to go through and pick one pattern, and I actually end up using that pattern for my photos. So it's pretty quick. I'm going to go through the rest, but that's the one I'm going with. So the sketch calls for lots of layers behind the photos. So for me, that means I start with one pattern that's behind the whole photo, and then I can take all of these different little scraps of paper and layer them up in different configurations behind both of my photos for lots of extra color and interest. When I do these types of like messy layers behind photos, I also like to have one pattern or one paper that has all the colors in it. In this case, that beautiful like watercolor acrylic paper is perfect. And then once I have one paper that has all the colors in it, then I can pull colors from that pattern and layer up the more solid tone-on-tone patterns in the back. And that's exactly what I'm going to do for both of these photos. So now, as you can see here, I'm just going to put in these different strips of pattern paper behind my small photo, and then I'm going to tuck some more little scraps of paper behind my large photo to the right of my large photo. And then I'm going to go ahead and put them both together so that I have both my photos with lots of layers behind. That's what I'm trying to say here. If you need a copy or would like a copy of all of those sketches that Shamel made, I put together in Canva, it's like an 8.5 by 11 photo. Having it in a photo type option makes it super easy to print and super easy to send off to people. So if you want it, I'm more than happy to share it with you, but you do need to be able to contact me via Instagram Messenger or via Messenger on Facebook, or it is right in the Scrapbook Like a Superhero Facebook group, which is Shamel's Facebook group. You can just go to the top of that Facebook group, type in my name, and it'll come up as a post that I posted. So it's all right there if you would like all 6 of those sketches. And so you can see here, now my photos have their place. Now I want to work on this upper cluster, which is going to be in the top left portion of my page. Now, oddly enough, I end up using both of these 3x4 cards. So these 3x4 cards are from the Parasol collection from Maggie Holmes. I do not remember where that lemon sticker is from. So that lemon sticker has been, it might be from Flourish. That lemon sticker has been floating around in my Maggie Holmes stash for eons. And I am so excited that I got to use it. Not only is it big, so it definitely works for like a honkin' big sticker. It also is like old stash, and I'm super excited to use it up and get it on a page where it actually works. It works. So what I basically did for this layout is I'm going to use all of these different kinds of fruit the way I would use hearts or stars or flowers on a layout. I'm using them as like a random icon that I'm going to put all over my page, and it works and it looks good, and I think it's because I used all the fruit, because I used it all. So I decided that I really do love this little all smiles acetate thing. I think it's perfect for this page. So I'm just dotting the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive around right where the gold foil is, and then I can put it on and it's perfect. Fits right perfectly where it should. And you can't see the glue. And then that's going to be my title. A lovely unintended consequence of this layout was not only did I use my big sticker, and it's no longer floating around in my embellishments for my Maggie Holmes collection, I used a bunch of acetate on this page too, which is so awesome. I didn't use those tassels though. I don't know what I'm going to do with those tassels. But see, look how excited I am because I used my big lemon sticker. I went ahead and I tucked in, so the multicolored paper that I had used to map my photos, I had a little bit of a scrap left over, and I'm going to, I tucked that in the upper left cluster, and that way those colors from the bottom part of my layout are now in the top part of my layout. Also, because I used that other 3x4 card with the lemons and I cut it off, I took the rest of that piece and tucked it in at the bottom so that the colors again would match. So a lot of this layout as I'm doing it is just thinking about how to make sure that I end up with a cohesive layout and it doesn't look disjointed and it doesn't look like you have, you know, a certain amount of embellishments up in the top and then a certain amount of embellishments down at the bottom. A perfect example of that is right there. I have my title, which is that gold, kind of matte gold, and then I had two die cuts pulled that kind of matched in that gold color in case I did end up using that title. And so I put the heart down there. The ampersand was just too big. I didn't care for that. And now I have all of these fruits, and I don't remember what collection these are from. It might be that they're from Sweet Story, which is the same 6x8 pattern paper pad that I used. So it is possible that those are from Sweet Story. I think that was the collection that had the fruit in it, but I don't 100% remember. And you saw me add that little acetate piece down at the bottom, and then I added another little acetate clip on top of my photo. And then I had pulled out all of these like ticket pieces. For some reason, ticket ephemera just reminds me of things like amusement parks. And so I had pulled all the kind of ticket pieces out, and I'm going to use a whole bunch of them. So now it's literally just kind of bulking up these layers, adding more little tuck pieces, adding more little elements until I feel like the layers are nice and full and look very more, as Shamel says. And once I'm happy with them, I don't use everything. I ended up not using those little sticky banners. Those can go back into the Maggie Holmes container. As an aside, my Maggie Holmes container is closing, which means I might be ordering some Woodland Grove soon. That was my gift to myself. If I got the Maggie Holmes stash down to a reasonable amount, that the iris container I store it in would close easily, then I could buy Woodland Grove. And we have hit that point. I'm doing a little happy dance. I'm so excited. Hopefully I can, I'm sure a lot of Woodland Grove is already sold out, but maybe I can get a little of it, right? Absolutely. Okay. So then I have all these fruit. And again, I think the reason this fruit works is because it's everywhere. It's on the 3x4 cards. It's in all of my clusters. I used them exactly the way you would use a set of flowers that you liked. And I'm happy with it. Once I had these cute little clusters all together, it's time to use up the puffy hearts. So I did end up using quite a few of them. I think I have enough left for one more layout maybe, but I put lots of confetti around all of these little clusters and around all these little fruits. And the only kind of rule I went by, so I put them in groups of 3, and I did it so that the colors alternate. So there's all these little clusters of 3, but none of them have the same 3 colors in them. And I think that it worked. I really like how this layout turned out. It's a little bit like all the things and all the colors, but I really, really like it. And I think it works really well. So then I have a nice place for journaling. I use my big sticker and it's all good. Thank you so much for joining me this evening for Maggie Holmes Monday. I will be back again. I will probably use another one of these sketches. Not sure for what or when. I haven't decided yet, but I really like them. And the fact that this layout worked so good and looked so nice makes me really excited to go ahead and grab some more stash and do this again. I always enjoy letting my inner Shamel come out to play. This turned out perfect. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, everybody, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye.